Working on some kind of deliciousness that involves beer.
Baking doesn't have to be boring. You can use some fun and unlikely ingredients to add a little zing to your desserts. Chef Margaret Nolan is here from Rancho Bernardo Inn and is here with some ideas how to lift your spirits with some yummy dishes.
Absolutely.
It smells so good in here, let me tell you.
Well, the weather's perfect for the food right now, so it's really nice to have the cold outside. We've got some ciders with a little bit of brandy in it. We have some mulled wine, some apple cider donuts, just things that really bring you into fall. This right now is going with the healthy option, which is the olive oil cake. And it kind of gives you a room to add what you want to it because it's really versatile. So this right here is muscat.
Okay, so this is the olive oil. So all of these dishes that we're going to be talking about, actually, when we say lift your spirits, are going to have some sort of alcohol in them.
Absolutely.
Does this one, the olive oil dish?
This one's going to be with the olive oil cake. It's got a muscat and amaretto alcohol.
Okay.
So we're going to be sauteing the fruit and nuts in there with it. Just gives it a little bit of kick,
yeah. So this is healthier because of the olive oil, and there isn't like, you're not using butter or anything like that.
Absolutely. It's got the olive oil in it. You can use applesauce
and you can put those leaves right in there. So what are these little fruits?
These are gooseberries. It's coming into the fall season, so we have a lot of stone fruits coming in. We have a lot of great produce coming in this season, so it's really fun to use it in the dishes, and definitely try it in your supermarkets. If you see something, you can always put savory with sweet. Don't be afraid to try it at all.
I recognize those from like little garnishes on like my desserts, and they're good. I like a little sour, earthy fruit.
They add a nice element to it with the earthiness to cut through the sweetness of all the food.
Okay, and where are we plating
You're going to put it right over here. This is your olive oil cake. It's already got a little bit of the amaretto sauce, and this is really simple. You're just going to kind of pour it over, and you can always add like soy milk with macadamia nuts. Throw it in your blender. It makes a nice cream. You're just going to kind of add that onto it. It's really easy, really fast. This is how you can trick kids into eating sweets that are healthy too, because they don't realize it's olive oil.
It looks great. Healthy and smells delicious, looks delicious. All right, what else do we have?
Right now, this is our mulled cider. We make it in-house. It's got a really lot of spices in it, anise, clove, everything, cinnamon. These are apple chips. These are almond bars. It goes really sweet with it. It's really nice and complimentary. These right here are tequila truffles. I make these around Christmas time. They're really good. A lot of people only have rum, but the tequila goes really good with the dark chocolate.
Tequila and chocolate.
It would surprise you, but it's
any
really
woman's
good.
weakness.
I know. The two together, they're fun. This right here is an apple medley. You've got the mulled apple cider. It's got brandy in it. You've got apple cider donuts, and then apple chips with a little bit of marshmallow in it. So everything together is kind of fun. You've got different textures.
How do you do that? The apple chips with the marshmallow inside?
The apple chips are just dehydrated in the oven, and then they're garnished with a little bit of sugar, which makes them shiny. And then you've got marshmallow fluff smashed between the two. And you can flavor your marshmallows, everything else.
So I have a question. If you make sort of these desserts, and I know sometimes when you put alcohol on the stove, it burns off, and it's not actually alcoholic anymore, and kids could actually eat it. Can kids eat these things? Or
definitely. I wouldn't give them the cider or the wine, but you can always omit the alcohol from them. As far as the cider goes, it's really fun because you can kind of do it together, and then you can do it to your own preference for taste because you're not going to burn that off.
All right.
The tequila truffles, I would keep them for the adults.
Okay. So I'm on the job. So so far I can have the cider. I'm asking this because I'm trying to figure out what I can eat right now.
The cake itself doesn't have any alcohol. The alcohol is burned off on that, so that's just for flavor. The nuts right here have no alcohol in it. This is a gingerbread cake, and then it's served with a Guinness stout float. Ooh. So it's almost like an ice cream float for adults. A lot of guys like this dessert. It's kind of male-friendly. It's got really good flavors with the gingerbread. It complements the Guinness really well.
That sounds delicious. I mean, people always say Guinness actually tastes like coffee a little bit. You know, it's got that mocha flavor. And to put ice cream with it, that is such a good idea.
It's a nutty flavor. It's really mellow. If you let the ice cream melt for a minute, it just really comes together really nicely.
And I'm actually always trying to decide when I have dessert, you know, after my meal, do I have dessert or do I have like a good beer? Because I really love both. And
both.
Ta-da! This is my magic after meal drink.
It's a fun option. It's fun. Everything's kind of playful. You can share it. Everything's big enough to share with everybody if you want. Otherwise, you keep it to yourself.
Would you recommend, for instance, with these tequila truffles, would you recommend having like a little shot of tequila with it if you did sort of want it to go that route?
I would try it first because I don't burn the alcohol off in my tequila truffles.
Okay.
So it's really mellow. I use a really dark 72% chocolate, so it's really, really decadent. And then the tequila, when it melts in your mouth, will come through at the end. So it's almost like you're getting a shot of tequila. I would recommend it with something kind of like nuts, salty nuts.
Oh, so if you have too many of these little truffles,
they
you might be a little tipsy.
They sneak up. So
Don't
it's like
drive.
one at a time.
No trouble eating and driving. Okay, so it's really important when you do sort of eat these things, that you are aware what actually has the alcohol, because like you want to be safe. You don't want to be driving after having 6 truffle balls, because I would probably have 6.
Pack them up, take them home. They fit really nice into gift boxes for the holiday season. We'll have them on our banquets at RBI, and then we also have Thanksgiving coming around, Christmas coming around at Rancho Bernardo. So a lot of fun stuff coming up at the hotel.
And I notice right here you have sort of, this is very festive for the holidays.
Yes,
it smells like the holidays.
Yeah, these are the rosemary. We have an herb garden at the hotel that I use a lot of. We've got thyme down there, oregano, rosemary. We were having mint planted down there, lemon thyme. It's just really nice option to go out and pick your own produce, know where it's coming from, and use it in the dishes. And San Diegans really appreciate that we can do that around here.
Oh, everything looks so great, smells great. I'm ready to dig in once I, punch off the clock and get a cab home. But if you would like to try any of these, there's actually another recipe on our website that you can try. So just go to our website, click on the Scene On tab, and try it out. Looks good to me. Back to you, Erica.
All right, Allie, thanks so much. I'm sending Chrissy in there in like half a minute to get some of those chocolate-covered strawberries before they disappear. It looks amazing. All right, it's hard to believe, but Christmas is just 6 paychecks